Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to have a little fun doing a get ready with me using all sorts of new makeup that I have recently hauled. There have been so many new releases and I've got some fun goodies here to share with you. I picked up the new Supergoop Protec. I was really excited to give this a try. I also could not resist the new products from Dior. I have the Forever Glow Star Filter as well as the beautiful Glow Maximizer. These were just so pretty in the bottle. Could not resist. So we're going to be playing with these Complexion products as well as the new concealer from Laura Mercier. I was getting a lot of you telling me that I must pick this up and give it a try. So we're definitely going to be playing with that today. I've got a couple goodies from GRWM as well as one of the new lipsticks from WESTMAN Atelier. Can't wait to share my thoughts on that as well. And I have a new perfume launch from Belhem Parfumery, which is Sparkling Joe. So if you're interested in seeing how I created these look, learning a little bit more about these goodies that I have recently hauled, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we have so many fun goodies to play with today, and I've been hauling quite a few little things lately. So many new launches that are so much fun. So one of the things I hauled was I needed a new beauty blender. So I'm so excited. There's something very exciting when you get a fresh new beauty blender. And I actually prefer the Pro beauty blenders, the black ones. So loving that. I will get that damp in a minute. Then I did pick up the new Supergoop. This is the Protec Tint Daily SPF Tint. This is a broad spectrum tinted sunscreen, and I'm pulling out my readers here. So this is a mix of chemical and physical sunscreen. So it's zinc oxide and octosalate, and I picked this up in the shade 20C. So I thought we would try that out today. But I also picked up the Forever Glow, the Star Filter, and I picked this one up in 2in, as well as the Forever Glow Maximizer. I could not resist. Look at this beautiful pink shade here. It is so gorgeous. I just had to get it. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and start with the sunscreen because this is a tinted sunscreen, and we will put this filter on top. That's the way I think I'm going to try it today. You could also put the filter underneath, but I think for today's purposes we're going to use this as my SPF and kind of as foundation as well. And I just wanted to check this out. It had been getting some rave reviews, and I picked it up in the shade 20C, which is light with cool undertone. And here is what this color looks like. Ooh, it feels really nice. It does not feel heavy at all just by swatching it. And I think that 20C is going to be a pretty darn good match for me. And I'm going to go ahead and put some of this tint on with my fingertips first. The Protec Tint is an effortless, lightweight skin tint that meets powerful SPF 50 with light buildable coverage and a natural finish for immediate, smooth, even looking skin. This is going to give you some light coverage, a very natural finish, and includes broad spectrum hybrid SPF 50 with zinc oxide. It also includes Ectoin, which is supposed to defend against oxidative stress caused by blue light radiation and pollution, as well as hyaluronic acid infused clay that's going to balance skin's moisture levels as well as absorb sebum. Okay, here is what this Supergoop protectant looks like on the skin, and I have to say I love the way that this feels on my skin. So lightweight, and I am about to go to LA. I'm going to be participating in the LA charity half marathon, and I was just kind of thinking about what I need to be wearing that morning because it's supposed to be 75 and sunny. Definitely want to protect my skin, but of course I want to, even it out as well. So I wanted to pick this up because I thought it would be great to wear that morning. And I am so far loving the way this feels. I love the 20C. I think it just sort of meshed in seamlessly with my skin. So if you are a skin twin, I think 20C might be the winner. Then I was also told that I needed to pick up the Laura Mercier. This is the Real Flawless Concealer, and I'm already a fan of the Laura Mercier Flawless foundation. That is such a great foundation, and I did end up picking this concealer up, and I ended up picking it up in the shade 2C2 right here. So let's go ahead and uncork this baby. I heard it has such a light texture to it. Ooh, I do like that. And this is the shade 2C2. Oh, it looks like it's just melting right into my hand here. Let's see if you can see it. Right there, there we go. 2C2, and let's go ahead. We're going to put some of that underneath my eyes. But I had a couple of you writing me like, ooh, you got to pick this up. It's amazing. So I did do that, and I'm going to come in here and we'll just kind of dab that underneath my eyes. I also am going to put some on my eyelids here as well. And I'm going to come in with my Beauty Blender and tap that into my skin. Okay, it has a really light texture to it, and that color seems to be a good match as well. Okay, this is the Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Serum Concealer, and I'm already super impressed. It feels really amazing. The texture is thin, but I'm also kind of liking the way it looks underneath my more mature under eyes. And to be honest, I didn't do a lot of research ahead of time. I just took your recommendations and bought this when I was picking up a few other things. So it says it's a weightless serum infused multitasking concealer that's quickly going to brighten, hydrate, and smooth while providing medium coverage and up to 16 hours of wear time with a natural finish. And so I do think I probably like medium concealers better than full coverage. I always feel like kind of sheer to medium looks better on my more mature skin. But definitely really liking how this looks so far. And again, I picked it up in the shade 2C2. So for today's purposes, we are just playing, but I will do full reviews or an update once I am seeing how everything wears. And then the next thing I couldn't resist is the DiorForever Star Filter, and I think this is sort of Dior's version of Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Flawless Filter, which I have loved for many years, and I'm so excited to try this. So I picked it up in the shade 2 In because I kind of thought I might wear this as foundation with some concealer. We may do a little more concealing on top of this, but I wanted to kind of show you that protectant, and then let's go ahead and try this beauty on. And here is what this shade 2 In looks like. Isn't that pretty? Again, I kind of thought it might work as a foundation. And so this is supposed to be like a glow booster. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna put this all over my skin here. And then I will use my Beauty Blender to tap that on. Okay, what I'm liking so far is that this is not disco ball like, kind of like the Hollywood Flawless Filter. It took me a while to figure out how to use that product, but once I did, I was like, ooh, I love it. So I am just going to tap this into my skin. This liquid illuminator is formulated with 94% natural origin ingredients and visibly brightens, smooths, and blurs the skin. Its fresh and lightweight texture provide up to 24 hours of hydration. This is going to provide you with light coverage and a radiant finish. Okay, here is what this star filter looks like. I am loving the way that it feels on the skin, very lightweight, not heavy, but what I'm liking the best is that this is not, again, not too glittery. It's giving me a nice glow, and I do think that it is similar to that Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, which has been like sold out for the longest time. So I do love that product. I feel like this is Dior's solution to it. And again, playing today, but so far just upon immediate kind of impression, I am really liking the way it feels. I am going to come in with a little bit of this concealer, and I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of highlighting with this concealer, or concealing with this, because I'm going to wear the protectant and that filter today as my foundation. So just going to add just a little bit more coverage here. Okay, so here is my complexion base. Loving that. Can't wait to apply this beautiful pink highlighter. But first, I think I will bronze up my skin just a bit. And one thing that I have been absolutely loving on is this Trish Mcevoy. Sorry, got a little bit of fingerprints on it. I actually use and love this product. I love this Light and Lift palette, and specifically this bronzer is just beautiful on the skin, and I have just been loving it because it's like the perfect tone of bronzer. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. I just think it's beautiful. It's got kind of a little radiant finish to it as well, and I'm kind of doing quick and easy weekend makeup. I am going to brush a little bit of this bronzer on my face here. I've got a little bit of that bronzy glow going on, and I'm also going to use this as my kind of eyeshadow today as well. I'm just dipping in right here, and I am just going to put a little bit of that bronzer color in my crease here. Okay, little definition in the crease. And then we have to check out this gorgeous Dior Glow Maximizer. So pretty. And the pink was just calling my name here. So pretty. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use this as highlighter, but also a little bit on my lid as well. And it was so funny because my friend Angela Morgan, she is the one who owns Luxe Atelier Spa. She was actually at Sephora and I was at home looking at the Sephora site because I actually have that service of same-day delivery. That was kind of a bad thing for myself. It's good and bad, meaning anytime I need my little makeup fix, I can order stuff and it can be delivered the same day or the next if I'm looking in the evening. Ooh, gosh, that is so pretty. Okay, loving this. And so I was literally looking at those Dior products and then she was at Sephora writing me, have you tried these? What are your thoughts? And I was like, well, I want the pink one. And she was like, yes, we need the pink. So she was saying that she's going to wear this on her eyes as well. And I thought that is brilliant. And so I'm going to just kind of put a little bit of this highlighter right in that inner corner here and use this as eyeshadow because it's multi-purpose wherever you would want to highlight. And this is the pink Dior Glow Maximizer. Ooh, gosh, that is so pretty. And I'm just going to come in with my fingers here and tap that on the lid. That is so pretty. So I love that this can be a multi-purpose product. Just a nice little reflection on the eyes. Just taking whatever is left on my fingers and putting a little highlight. Ooh, that's so pretty. Up into the eyes. Really liking that on my eyes. I like it on the cheeks, kind of a nice glow. And what I would tell you is when it hits the light, it's definitely giving you this glowy reflection, but it's not like up front. Like when I'm looking right in the mirror, this is not like, oh my gosh, she's wearing a ton of highlighter. It's literally just sort of bouncing off. The light is bouncing off and making it kind of glowy and pretty. So, ooh. So, loving this. And then what I'm going to do is kind of keep the eye nice and simple. I did just pick up two of my favorite eyeliners from Chanel. I picked it up in the shade Marine as well as Brun Agape. These are my two ultimate favorites. One's a little bronzy brown and the other is that marine blue that I feel like pops my eyes just a bit. So I'm going to take that marine blue and I'm going to tightline near the lash line up here. Then I'm going to take my Brun Agape. I'm going to just run a little bit of that on my bottom lash line and then a little bit up on the top. I'm going to smoke that out. So a little bit of a deeper bronze right near that lash line. So the blue I use to brighten up the eye, and then the Brun Agape I'm using a little bit like an eyeshadow. Then I'm using the Nikki La Rose. This is the number 12 brush here, and I am going to just slightly smoke out that eyeliner. Then I'm going to use a couple Kjaer Weis products here. I love her I'm Possible or Impossible mascara. for a clean mascara, this is like literally one of my ultimate favorite ones, and it just kind of has a really nice brush, kind of the type that I like, so you can really get in there and volumize those lashes. I'll come in and put some of that. I like to get as close to the lashes, the base, as possible, and then I'm just going to coat those lashes. Okay, eyes on, and now I want to liven up the complexion with a little bit of blush, and I pulled out my Kier Weiss in Blossoming. This is such a beautiful shade of pink. It's a warm pink color here that just sort of screamed spring to me. And I also wanted to showcase the texture of these cream blushes because they're super moisturizing and just really pretty. So this is the shade Blossoming. It is just so pretty, kind of sticking with the pink theme here. And I'm just going to kind of tap that into the skin here. I'll blend it out in just a second here. Super blendable, super pretty. And I recently hauled this blush, and I just kind of wanted to showcase it because I have been enjoying it, and I just think it is such a beautiful color here. And then for lips, I did pick up one of the WESTMAN Atelier Lip Suedes. This is a new launch from WESTMAN Atelier, and I am so excited to give this a try because I have picked up a couple of her lip suede palettes, but I don't actually pull them out and wear them much, and so I think it was kind of a great idea for her to go ahead and put her lip products in a bullet. I think a lot of people kind of enjoy the more traditional lip products that come in a case, and I have to say, stunning packaging as usual. And I ended up picking up the shade GRWM. This is Gucci's shade. And the lipstick is just so adorable. I'm hoping you can see there is the sweetest little hearts. Let's see if I can show you like that. Let's see if they'll focus in, but just adorable packaging here. And each lipstick is $50, and this is the shade GRWM, which is a blushy nude. It just looked like such a great color. I started with one shade. I had someone ask me if I was going to review all of them, and to be honest, I am not a big kind of matte lipstick girl. I will wear them upon occasion, but on the day-to-day, I'm more of a lip liner, lip gloss girl. So I wanted to go ahead, see if these were things I could try. I thought the colors looked stunning and gorgeous, and this one in particular was just calling my name. So let's go ahead and put this on. And I will tell you right off the bat, they slide on like butter. They are very velvety, very suede in texture. These are super long lasting. It does not feel drying. It does say that it's supposed to feel hydrating on the lips, and I will say it does feel like that. They're kind of thin in nature. They just glide on super easily. And I also saw her use this color kind of on her cheeks, a little bit on her eyes. So we're going to go ahead, double up on blush today because this is such a good color, and I'm just going to add a little bit more color to the cheeks, kind of make the whole look a little bit more cohesive. So as far as the color, really love that shade. I also was intrigued by, I believe it was Peak, and then they have an awesome fuchsia shade that I love in the Lip Suede palettes that is so much fun to wear, like with a fuchsia dress that I own. I do love that, so I'm kind of tempted to pick it up in the Bullet. But what I would say is that these have very similar finish to the ones that are in the lip palette. So if that is something that you really enjoy, I would say these are worth checking out. And for somebody who doesn't necessarily like matte lipsticks, this would be in the category of things that I do like, because it is this suede kind of almost luminous hydrating matte. So it's long lasting, but it does not like fall into my wrinkles in my lips or make them feel drying, which is important to me because I just don't like that feel on the lips. As usual, let me know, did you pick any of these lippies up? What colors are you loving? Always love to hear from you. Okay, we've got a full face of fun goodies, and then we also have a new release. This is from Velhem Parfumery, and this is Sparkling Joe. And I was a wee bit excited about this launch, and I have the 20 ml size, which is perfect for travel. And this I have been wearing, and I have some thoughts on it. So let me go ahead, put on some Sparkling Joe. And this perfume is going to be perfect for any of you that gravitates towards sort of those fresh, clean fragrances. This one is a sparkling champagne scent. It has some aldehydes at the top that makes this very effervescent, and this scent is surprisingly addictive. I have been wearing this ever since I got it. I may also just be kind of in this mood, this kind of fragrance mood. We are starting to get a little bit more spring weather, and I am gravitating towards those fresher, lighter kind of scents, and this Sparkling Joe just spoke to me. Now, let me read you the notes, because there is a note that was a little troubling to me, that I was a little bit worried about this. So in the top notes we have champagne, bergamot, and juniper. And juniper is a note that I do not necessarily like. I don't like the smell of gin. Worst hangover ever in my life was from gin, and so I still have bad flashbacks from that. So that is not something that I gravitate towards. But luckily for me, the juniper is not front and center. I would say it's kind of lingering around in the back, and it also does not really smell like gin to me. So whew. So then in the middle notes you've got Williams pear, ginger, and ambrette. And I am somebody who loves pear scents. This was something that I learned, I think last year or the year before, that I really like the sweetness of pear, because just like a regular pear, they're not super sweet. They just kind of have a little bit of sweetness there, and it's just one of those fruits that I enjoy that I find is not too sweet, but it has enough sweetness just to kind of make this a champagne fruity cocktail, is what I would say. It has that fun feeling to it. And then I love a little bit of spiciness from that ginger, and then in the base it's this very beautiful musk scent. It has oak, musk, and ambergris. So this does wear like a soft musk scent. And the story behind Sparkling Joe I absolutely love, and this scent was inspired by Josephine Baker. She was the queen of the musical hall, the queen of the night. She inflames and electrifies the Paris vibe and the hearts of the city's night lifers. Interestingly, this fragrance is an homage to the night lifers, and to me this just feels like the perfect everyday scent. I can see that it has this kind of electrifying, fizzy, effervescent feel to the fragrance. It does feel very French, and when I think of French, I think of sort of that understated elegance. I feel like the French are very chic. They don't need to express themselves in this super bold way. The way that this fragrance makes me feel is sort of this effortlessly chic feel. Like it just is sort of elegant, understated, classic, but it does have a little bit of this effervescent, frenetic feeling to it as well. And then it dries down into this kind of soft champagne, like a fruity champagne musk is what I would say. So it's just a really beautiful scent. I've been completely addicted to it. I think it's going to play so well in the warmer months as well. It's one of those that I feel like anytime a fragrance has aldehydes in it, I feel like those kind of fragrances always cut through the heat and kind of make me feel fresh and clean. And I personally love that sort of aldehyde, champagne, classy touch of this fragrance. I think what I'm obsessed with is that pear scent. It's just slightly sweet to me, but in the best way possible. And it just is really fun to wear. I am just been obsessed with this fragrance, and it's just made me so happy for spring. And if you're somebody who likes fragrances like Chanel's 1957, if you like things like Le Labo's Another 13, but without sort of the dirty note in there. I sometimes find Le Labo to run a little dirty on me. I don't know if that's the right description, but if you kind of like something there that has this kind of ethereal sparkliness to it, but without any skank or anything, you're gonna love Sparkling Joe. I'm trying to think of any other similar fragrances. Diptyque's Le Papier fragrance, like kind of that soft, clean fragrance as well. If you like that genre, I think you're really gonna like this Sparkling Joe. I've just been loving this new launch from Velhem, and this is the perfume I'm planning on taking to LA with me. I'm a little bit worried. This is the kind of perfume my daughter's gonna want to steal from me. She really likes those kind of cleaner fragrances, and I think she's gonna be all about this one. So I'm gonna keep it for myself for now, but I do love that one and definitely wanted to share that. Spring vibes, here we go. So that is the finishing touch to my overall look, playing with some fun new makeup. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's so many new launches going on right now. Let me know what you have picked up recently. If you're loving something that I need to try, let me know. And I hope you have an amazing day, and I will be back with another video soon.